Hey guys, Chomsky here, drinking out of the Leopards Ate My Face mug. And just wanted to talk about Truth Shield. Giath, uh, yeah, she's a fun champ. Um, right now she's up there in the summon pool. So thought, why not? Let's make a quick little video on her. Um, she's a fun champ to get. Kind of awkward because she could be used in a lot of places. Kind of like that jack of all trades, master of none. Just kind of clunky, but also really kind of cool. Fits in the Knight's Revenant um, kind of motif here, obviously, but just really cool. The way that I ever built out is a 9-piece protection, and there's a lot of room for growth here. Just really not with the best materials because I have them elsewhere, but still really good. Not fully booked, but definitely needs just one little book. Um, Going through her kit, she attacks one enemy. Cool. If if there's a decreased crit rate or crit damage placed by her, she gets another hit. That extra hit's always normal, which sucks, but it ignores 50% of the target's defense. Also, places an increased defense on her. Okay, pretty rad. So essentially, she needs to get hit, because we want to get that extra hit on. So that's that's clunky, but that kind of works, and you'll see. Um, has an AOE, attacks all enemies, increases our duration of buffs, and then she also gets this damage multiplier, which isn't bad. Like it's 5%. Um, it it stacks, so it's okay. Just to get any defense out of her, or I'm sorry, any damage out of her is really good. She is defense based, so she is going to be built with a lot of defense, and it's going to be necessary. She has a reflect damage on her with ally protect, strengthen, and increase resistance on her. So a boatload of buffs, and and it's pretty solid. The reflect damage is something that I will harp on that it needs to get modified. The fact that reflect damage only really does anything once shields are down and our HP gets hit is then when reflect damage procs, and that sucks. We have so many things that bust out shields and all that fun stuff. This is a wasted opportunity. I really want them to really bump that up. Um, but outside of that, LA Protect is pretty sweet. We know that she's going to have a lot of defense. So you're really cranking out the defense and the HP. And it's really rad that there's increased resistance out there that she puts out there, as well as the strengthen. I think it's really cool. I'm a big fan of this. It really helps out in Chimera when we need a lot more things, right? A lot more buffs, unique buffs for some of those uh, trials. And then this is the big one. Whenever an ally under reflect damage, so we're going to bust out that A3 as fast as we can, places a 30% decreased crit rate and crit damage debuff on the attacker for 2 turns. Cannot be resisted. So again, Chimera like busting out a lot of debuffs there. I mean, like as long as we have reflect damage, like a decreased crit rate and crit damage on the attacker, that's pretty sweet. Um, no, like I you can't be mad at this. It's a wonderful passive. There's no cooldown, no nothing. I think that's rad. Um, Honestly, it's whenever any ally, so really, like it's not even her, so that's neat. You know, I think I she has a lot of worth in Hydra as well. You know, this doesn't really amount to much because every boss is at 15% of crit rate, so this basically knocks that down to 0. Um, okay, cool, so they can't crit. That's gnarly, you know. And to have ally protect, that allows us to maybe build up some more damage out of our champs, you know. So that's not so bad. And the reason why I have her in protection 9 piece is really just to get more damage from our allies, because she's busting out. Uh, I mean, here's 2, 3, 4, and I mean 5 buffs right there. You know, that's pretty sweet. You know, so that's more damage that we could bust out, and ideally I'd get her faster. I didn't strip from my big wigs. You know, my protection stuff isn't the greatest. As we see here, it's 5 pieces, not even ascended. You know, it's hard to come by. I get it, and she's not fully mastered. I would definitely go attack based on this one. Um, Defense is fine as well. I want a little bit more damage. Support would be kind of cool. I mean, it doesn't really. I I don't know. I really don't know. Um, you know, she's not really putting out too many crowd control debuffs out there. I mean, the resistance would be nice. I think that'd be. I think that would be the play. Um, yeah, I really think that's going to be the play, and kind of like that's not sexy so much, you know, but it's okay. Like, we know that cycle of revenge isn't going to happen so much, at least in PvE, because they're going to have their chances of crit rate to be minimized. So this doesn't matter. Um, that's why going attack and going helm smasher kind of makes sense. Um, yeah, I mean, she doesn't need accuracy since we know it's going to be placed, you know. Um, and there's just a boatload of buffs that she does. So really, just we want to tank her up as much as we can. When it comes down to relics, anything that increases her defense is going to be good. Um, you know, the Gilded Dragonstone is pretty solid. I I need more. I need more gems, is what it is. Um, you know, so ultimately that's where it comes down to. Just getting getting better gems to put in here. So I don't mind bringing this in. You get more defense and more resistance. I'm not opposed to it. You know, I think it's okay. So let's do that up. Let's upgrade this because I still have some of that. I'm okay like this. So I mean, I get resistance, I get some defense. It's not going to be life altering, you know, but it's still good. I'm okay with it. You know, so really I would be basically targeting her in hydra because of the ally protect and the reflect damage. Oh, and blessing would be cool too. I have her in nature's wrath. um the only, like, I it's just the crit rate and crit damage. You know, for hydra, that this gets bumped up really quick, and that's why I think if you wanted to, the reflect damage kind of makes sense here. Where are you? Where are you? Faultless defense is not it. Uh, Maybe, am I losing it? Is Chomsky losing it today? Chomsky is losing it today. I thought they're hmm, increased defense buff. Great, cool. Uh, hmm. I thought there was another one. I am sorry, guys. um, but yeah, I think you could also do, um, you could do Heaven Cast. She doesn't really bust out that much damage, but if you just need a little bit more, There you go. You could do Crushing Rend if you have 6-star. That'd be neat. Especially since she's going to be getting a lot more hits. She does that that A1 faultless defense. You know, my my issue with it is that it's not always going to be 100%. Um, because the damage is based on the HP meter. So it's just like reflect damage that, it does count as a hit, but you're not going to be getting that much damage out of it. So it kind of sucks. I don't know. She could work in Fire Knight, but like really, I'd much rather have different champs out there for Fire Knight. So Hydra Chimera like would be awesome. She's defense based, so she should be living. You could have her be the dual target. Just this way she increases her own defense and then she keeps on attacking. So if you're gonna do it like that, make sure she's got the lowest crit damage, and take it from there. Again, she doesn't need accuracy. Resistance would be all right. Just really speed and defense and HP, just the basics. Um, if you want her to be more damagey, you may want to do the crit rate and crit damage, but I'm not focusing in on that so much. Um, I get it. I have Nature's Wrath in there. I should make her crit capped, and then I could really crank up the crit damage. But at the end of the day, I really want her for this. The 3-turn reflect damage and ally protect with strengthen and increase resistance. Like the increased resistance and strengthen on the same, to be put out there at the same time is pretty badass. And then she's also increased in duration. So effectively, you could get this to be a 3-turn. Like that's neat. So there is a potential that you could do a relentless build with her if you wanted to. But I like the idea of having 9-piece protection. Just this way our allies could do more. So yeah, that's what I got. I think she's really good and certain content. She's not going to be your superstar by any stretch, but she does bring a lot of utility. Again, Hydra, Chimera, City. Um, I think those are really her places to shine the most. And congratulations, you got her. She's a new like she's a new toy for you. You're gonna have some fun. For those that already have her, dust her off. Have some fun with her. I think I think some of these ratings are a little bit high. I would definitely put her at 4.5, uh, 4.3, but I think she's really useful. That ally buff extension is really nice. Um, and then there's more damage, but again, I'm not really building her up for a lot of damage. But if you could get some out of her, that's great. But yeah, that's essentially what I got. Hopefully you enjoyed. Um, yeah, tell me about your blessings. Which ones do you put on her? And yeah, we'll have some fun. Hit me up on Twitch, Gnome on my Chomsky, and see you soon.